Hi there, everyone. Welcome to episode 611 of the Mike from Maine Show, the place where we do daily interviews with successful online entrepreneurs. This is your host, Mike Thomas, and today on the show we have James Canzanella on, and we're going to be talking about how he's been able to take YouTube videos, get them to rank for terms, not just in the internet marketing niche, and make them generate passive income for years. It's something that is a little bit refreshing since a lot of these courses coming out are all just talking about the IM niche. He's going to be talking about ranking videos in all sorts of niches and getting amazing results. Let's get into it. Here's James. We are here today again with James Canzanella. James, welcome back to the show.
Very cool to be here again, Mike.
James, I'm not going to make you tell us your whole life story today, don't worry. But for people that have missed your previous episodes, can you just give us a quick idea of who you are and how you kind of came upon the method that we're going to be talking about today?
Absolutely. I started back in 2012, and like most people, I struggled horribly. And I tried out as much as I could, basically getting my hands on as many systems as possible. I was really big into ranking when it came to Google. However, many times back then, a lot of the stuff people were selling were basically during when that slap was happening. So I always thought you could rank a website, make $200 a day while relax on the beach and, drink margaritas and stuff, but that never really happened. So I tried out a lot of stuff like that. And, luckily I did try enough where YouTube was really successful for me. That's something I started kind of from day one. So kind of moving forward, that's how I came across this method, which has been, so years now. Some effort has been put into some tweaking, some testing, just to get, the best results for today.
One thing about YouTube that I think, for me and for anyone just getting started, is that it's free. As far as going out there and putting a video on the internet, anyone can do it. If you don't even need a webcam to do it. You can record your screen. If you want to get on your webcam, you can. That's great. But it's just so easy to do. And I'm not saying it's easy to do in the hypey sense of the fashion. It really is like one of those things that's just so easy to do that internet marketers that have money to spend on stuff, they can use it. Internet marketers that don't have money to spend on stuff, they can use it as well. Is that why you initially went to it? Just because of the free factor? What made it so attractive to you?
I'm sure in the beginning, right now looking back at it, it must have been the money factor. Because when I was first starting, I was just so hungry to make money, especially when you struggle for so long. You just want to see that first commission. Yeah. In ClickBank, you want to see that graph light up. It's just, it's an awesome feeling. So at the time, it was definitely about the money, and YouTube was hot. Just think of all the people on there now, how many videos, the targeted traffic. You've seen like the videos where people do reviews and you figure they're making a good amount of money. Plus you see other people doing it and it gives you confidence. So everything wrapped up right there is kind of what drew me towards YouTube in the beginning.
I kind of feel like YouTube videos are very similar. I'm not sure if you were around during this time, but when people were doing a lot of article marketing and they were writing these articles, putting them on eZine or eZine articles, putting them out to all these different directories because they were ranking in Google. It was fairly easy to do. You write a 400 to 500 word article and you can get free traffic coming in. I find it to be very similar to that. Would you agree?
I would definitely agree, because that's right around when I came online. That was when Google had their slaps, so no one could just automatically rank eZine articles. They were getting right to the top. So YouTube was kind of the next best thing. People were relating it to that situation because a lot of people were basically easily allowing to rank YouTube videos. But the good thing is that it's still that way today. So it's held the test of time, even with all the...
You broke up there a little bit. Am I there?
Yeah, I did break up. What would you like me to? No, did you miss that?
Yeah, no, you're fine. I think I just missed the last thing you said there. But let me jump into the sales page here because
it was hold on, we're a little frozen there. So I want to wait till you come back. Okay, yeah. So YouTube has stood the test of time. So unlike eZine articles where you could just throw it up there and it would rank immediately, YouTube has done the same thing, and it's still going very strong.
One of the reasons why I brought you on the show today is because we're going to be talking about, of course, using YouTube and free traffic to make money, to make affiliate commissions from offers. What stood out to me with this is that instead of just using it to promote offers that are in the internet marketing niche, you actually use it for other niches as well. And we're going to get into that in a second. On the sales page here, it says how to turn $15 into $1,440.97, then duplicate the process for unstoppable passive commissions. And for anyone watching on MikeFromMaine.com, I'll have the sales page underneath the interview here. You can see we've got commissions here, $1,440. You've got they won't be able to see this until they go to the sales page, but you've got a video here where you log in and you actually show your commissions here. Tell us about this. What's this all about? What's that $15 about? Bring us in.
Absolutely. Yeah. So like I said, in the beginning when I started, I wasn't really bothered by investing a little money to make money. It was more of just like what works. And of course, I kept it very simple. Back at the time, people were like, just send some backlinks to it. And I thought, like, there's no way you can just send backlinks and your video is going to fire all the way up to the top of YouTube. Lo and behold, it actually did. I did my first video. It did very well. And ever since, I had created more and more as time went on. All right, some of them obviously didn't do as well because I was still kind of in the trenches figuring things out. Some of them did do very well. And, the great thing about it is that even if you don't get your video to the top of YouTube, to the top of Google, heck, I still have videos that are floating around maybe on page 10, 12, 17, where I still have commissions coming in. So even though a lot of times I didn't do everything necessarily right, it still made me money, and that's kind of a win for me.
Let me interrupt there for a sec. Very good point there. You said sometimes, like, maybe you didn't do everything right, but you still made money from it. And it's really important that my audience understand here that you didn't know what you were doing when you first got started. We're always learning. Like, anyone who says that they know everything about this, like, there's always ways to improve upon what you're doing. Learn a new trick, learn a new ranking strategy, whatever. But the important part was you didn't just sit there and you weren't like, well, I don't know exactly how to do this. I need to wait till I have the perfect strategy to do this before doing it. You did it, and you got results from it.
Yeah, definitely, and that's kind of the thing. Even today, there's always stuff that I'm doing that's new. I don't necessarily always know what I'm doing, but that's kind of the cool part of making money online. Sometimes it's going to be like, oh, what do I do? What do I do? But that's the good thing. That's why we created this system where it's it's straightforward, and like we talked about, I teamed up with Adam. For anyone who doesn't know, it's a co-launch, so to speak. And like I'm the CPA commissions guy, Adam is the YouTube guy. So when I basically told him what I was doing, like I keep everything very simple. I could have just, maybe made like a 10-page PDF. He came in and made it much better. So he can show you how to rank for free. He went in and just basically really polished it up so that, you know what everything to do in terms of channel optimization, on video, off video, and everything else where I had originally had missed out on.
And I don't think that he does, as far as you mentioned paying $15. Like, to be honest, I would pay $15 all day long to make $1,400. I mean, that's a no-brainer. But I don't think Adam does too much as far as paid stuff goes. Are his methods mostly free, or does he also pay a little bit of money for links and stuff?
He does a combination of both. However, I can't speak for him because I don't know exactly. I know that I like spending the $15. I will send some free links to it because I know a few ways of doing that. But he does a lot of the free stuff, which is good because it's kind of like paid and free combined. So it's going to help people out that way.
And I know from just in the internet marketing niche that I'll do searches for IM products, excuse me, and I'll see both you and I'll see Adam. Like I'll do some searches. Sometimes I'll see James. Like, oh, there's James there ranking for a term that's a buyer's term. He's gonna make money from it. And then there's Adam doing the same thing. So I see you guys doing it. However, you also are in other niches, and I want to dig into that a little bit. What niches have been very profitable for you?
So I have had definitely some profitable ones in the IM. I'm not talking about like launches one. I'm just talking about total like ClickBank ones where I never sent out to my list. So it's 100% pure from that. But aside from that, when I first started off online, I was very big into the fitness niche. So naturally, I created some videos with that. So fitness was a very big one. Another big one I was into was relationships and seduction. There's a lot of like how to pick up girls type products, or even get your ex back. Anything that I could actually go in and review myself, because that's what I would do. I would send a message to the vendor, and a lot of them were very good products. So I would go there. Some of them I would even use, like for example, a lifting product. I'd go to the gym, I'd use it, and then I'd talk about it, and those did very well because people could tell I was a real person. I was in my car talking about it after I lifted, and that's just an example of one. So yeah, outside the internet marketing niche was mostly fitness and relationships. So health, wealth, and relationships, all three total.
And you were just doing pretty much review videos, or was it like you would go and say, okay, I tried out this product. Do you definitely have to try out the product to be able to do the review on it, or can you just kind of give an overview?
You can give an overview. I mean, it's everyone's specific style. For example, I had a review for a cookbook, all right? And there's tons of recipes. So what I did, for example, anyone could do this. Sometimes they give out free PDFs where they'll give like 10 examples of a recipe. So if someone wanted to actually, what I did is I went in there, I showed people of me making the recipe. So it was kind of like a review. I obviously had it, but it's just an alternative way of doing it. And I know everyone, some people don't like getting in front of the camera. It's cool. You can always do slides, Google Hangouts, and so on and so forth. So there's always a way to get it done, even if the person doesn't want to get in front of the camera. I just never really minded that.
Yeah, and if you were doing like that recipe one, for example, you don't need to put your face on there. Just you can take a camera and record kind of what you're doing. Like you don't need to. I think the big thing is people don't want to put their face on there. They're afraid of their friends seeing them or looking stupid or whatever, and it's something that you and I do every day. We get out here, we put our face out there, we look stupid every day. It's our job, but it's I think that as far as that goes, like screen recordings, I think are definitely the easiest way of doing that, and it's also important to note that if you try the product, I think it's going to convert better. If you're able to say that you have experience with a product, it will convert better, but you don't necessarily have to try out each product in order to make that review video. Give me an example of, are there any products, I know you want to keep your niches kind of secret because for everyone watching, James was like, Mike, I'll show you everything like before the interview just to make, you can see it. He just doesn't want everyone in the world going out there and copying his exact stuff, so that he stops making money from it. It makes sense. Can you give us an example of something a little more tangible, like a name of a product that you did, like an actual name of one?
In terms of that, because that would basically be the same thing as giving away, because it's pretty easy to see. Like that one, I'll just say no in a nutshell.
Let me ask you this then. Let me ask you this then, and maybe this would be easier to answer. As far as ranking for these, are you going out there and let's say it's a product about how to get your ex back, and that's the name of the product. Are you trying to rank for the name of the product, or are you ranking for keywords that someone would be searching for if that was a product that would solve their problem, if that makes sense?
Yeah, you cut off there for a second. Like, I would do both. More specifically, I like doing the reviews because those are a very targeted source. Oh, internet connection.
You're back. Those are a very targeted source.
Yeah, those are a very targeted source of buyer traffic because if someone's looking for a review, they want to see what it's about, and there's a good chance they're going to buy. So I do a lot of the reviews. There's plenty of keywords because, like, if you do how to lose fat, it's going to have a pretty tough time ranking for that when it comes to YouTube, Google.
Cool. Okay. So, yeah, I mean, in general, people are searching for like product names and stuff. They've already know about the product. They're trying to find more information about it. You don't have to introduce that product to them. They already have some kind of knowledge of what it is. They're just trying to find more information about that. Cool. Okay. As far as money that you're making with this system, James, approximately what kind of money are you making? Are we talking $1,000 a month? Like, is that monthly that you have on the sales page here? Are we talking $1,000 every year? Like, what are we looking at?
Yeah, so what you're looking at basically is over a longer period of time. So like I said, some of those videos I started when I first started making. Yeah,
Okay,
connection
there.
was red there, so
Some of
I'm just
those
gonna wait till
videos when
that
you
kind of
first
goes
started
back.
making.
Can you hear me
Uh
now?
huh. Uh huh. You there, James?
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yep.
Okay, so I'll just start over with that one. I
Go
think
for
it's
it.
still freezing.
Can you see me now? Am I frozen?
Man, all right, is it good now?
I can see you now. Can you see me?
Yes. Okay. So the question was what type of money and so on and so
Yeah,
forth.
like what type? I want to give my audience realistic expectations of the kind of money that they can make with this kind of a method.
Yeah. So okay. Basically, what they're looking at is like I started doing this, I'd say early 2013. So some have been going for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Some haven't been going as long. But in terms of ClickBank, it's not like millions of dollars. The real strength of the system is the automation. Like I don't touch the videos at all. The money comes in. But in terms of ClickBank, like I rarely ever have weeks where I'm not making any type of commissions. So weeks could range from $50 to 100. I have $100 days every now and then. I also have offers I'm promoting that are recurring, so I'm making even more, automated income to add on into that. So, I mean, it's not like tons and tons of dollars. It's more the benefit is set it and forget it type of thing.
Yeah, you made the videos one time, and it's not like
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming you're not going in there and like updating them. Like, how would you update them? Maybe change the description or something. You're not constantly building backlinks to them. This is something that you've done. You're finished with it. You're working on other aspects of your business now. You don't even think about them, and occasionally, like every week, you maybe $50 here, $100 here. That money's coming in. That's right?
Freezing there.
Can you hear me, James?
Yep.
Yeah.
On.
So
So
so it's passive. The point is, it's all passive. You're not doing anything as far as maintaining this income.
absolutely, and that's like the biggest thing when it comes to the system is that a lot of systems say they're passive. There's really only truly a few. This one gets the traffic for you. It grabs the commissions, and it really is just truly passive.
And when I see methods like this, I think to myself, if this works, why not go out there and just create tons and tons of videos? But then I think to myself again, okay, well, there's a certain level of quality involved with these. If you go out there and you start spamming the crap out of YouTube with just like no quality, just like you just record a screen for like 2 seconds and get your affiliate link in there, that's not going to warm up your audience very much, as far as they're not going to watch the video and be more interested in it. They're just gonna be like, what is this? This is crap. And maybe they'll click on it, but they're not gonna be enticed more to purchase the product, where it sounds like the videos that have done the best for you were ones that you put a little bit of effort into.
Absolutely, and I'm glad you brought that up because like when I first started, I bought a lot of YouTube products. I wanted to know how to make money with YouTube, and I remember one where it was just like, just create one of those like screencast or videos where there's like cartoons and stuff, and all right, connection's back. Anyway,
Okay.
yeah,
Cartoons
I've
and
created
stuff.
videos. Yeah, I don't remember the name of it, but it was like a slideshow thing where it's just like, let's say for internet marketing, it's like, do you want to make money? Awesome. Click the link down
Yeah.
below to get started. Like, there were ones where literally they got to the first page, top spot on Google, YouTube, and like I must have had 200 or 300 hops, not one sale. So yes, I've done the whole spamming crap. It doesn't work at all. I don't recommend it, especially when it comes to putting, says click the link down below to make money. Yeah, they don't work at all. I've literally just deleted those because I was so ashamed of them making no money.
Yeah, and it makes sense. It's attractive. I can see why someone would see that method and be like, okay, it's the easiest way of doing this. And what I've learned in my time doing IM, if you put in a little bit more effort than other people, if you're able to go just a little bit further and make a, like, if I have a video in front of me and one of them is a guy in a car talking, he's coming back from the gym and he's talking about the product, I'm much more likely to watch that than one of like little crappy cartoon characters. So cool. I'm glad that quality is an important point there as well. When people see these kinds of methods, one of the things they always ask me is, what's the fastest way that they can make money with this? For someone just starting out, what would you tell them to do? To go to ClickBank, go to Muncheye, go do what? What would you say?
Yeah, I mean, in terms of the commissions, like this, I would specifically more recommend for ClickBank. Those are more evergreen products, because I know you and I are both familiar with launches on Muncheye. Some of them are just gone in 5 days, that's cool. But it's more of, if you're going to put the effort into the video, you want to make sure that the product's going to be around a lot longer. That's the thing with ClickBank. Their products tend to stay around, especially when the higher gravities, they're making good money. So, yeah, I would recommend going to ClickBank. You can do CPA offers as well. The good thing about, like, if you want to do a CPA offer, you could basically just overall do, say, like, muscle building supplement review type of thing. That way you're not using a specific supplement in general. Mm-hmm. Like, then you could talk about one, how it's going to really help them build muscle. And then in the link down below, that's where you could link to the one you're recommending. So that way, if you're saying, like, oh, this whey protein is the best, and then it comes off the market, now all of a sudden you have a link to nothing. You know what I mean?
And that brings up something too as well. Like, if you're putting these links underneath your videos and you have a way of controlling them, like, you can always go back in. Actually, you don't even need like a central place to control them. If the offer goes down, let's say you're ranking really well for an offer and it's a specific keyword about a specific offer and it goes down, you can always go back in there and find another offer that's similar to it and put that one in there as well. Like, I mean, there's ways of kind of it would be better if that offer stayed up forever, but you can always replace that with a similar offer there. But yeah, I mean, the big thing that stands out for me with this kind of marketing is it's an asset that you're building that's going to be there for the life of your YouTube account, and that's actually something that's important as well. Are you ever worried about getting your YouTube account banned for this type of video?
Absolutely not. Just because, mostly for the fact that it's doing, reviews like you do, like I do. Mm-hmm. And even if people are like, oh, I don't have any experience, either way, you're not going out there and being some like shady person. Like, I've done that before. Like, just click down below if you want to make autopilot commissions. Like, it was the easy way. I didn't know. But like I said, I learned through trial and error. I did things right and wrong, so to speak. But it's not something I really worry about because, as an internet marketer, I do have a lot of streams of income. Mm-hmm. That happens to be one of them. So, like, if it did get taken away, I'd be like, damn, I could just create more videos. But either way, it's something I never really think about too much.
For people that are interested in picking this up, they want to learn more about the details of how you're doing this, and they decide to pick it up. What exactly are they going to be getting inside? Is it a PDF? Is it a video course? Like, what's inside?
It's going to be a over-the-shoulder video course. So aside from the intro where I introduce them and thank them, Adam actually, took care of the product itself. Because like I talked about, I gave him my system and he polished it up and added just so much stuff to it in terms of, tags, annotations, channel optimization, on video, off video, where to go to get links and so on and so forth. But I forgot how many modules and videos are. I could, quickly look, but there's a good amount of videos for each module, and it's step by step. So you can go this module first, then this one, then this one. It's packed with a lot of information. So even if someone's familiar with YouTube before, there's still going to be plenty of stuff for them to learn. And if they've never been introduced to YouTube marketing before, then they're definitely going to learn a lot.
One-time offers, what should people expect after they purchase the first
offer?
offer?
We have two of them. The first one is basically a done-for-you package where we've gone in and given them plenty of keywords where they can go in and plug those in just so it's going to save them time and effort trying to look for them themselves. And aside from that, what I did for my two best videos is I took the script from them and I made them templates. So And in case a person's not good on, in front of a video or even on a screen, what they can do is plug in what they feel in terms of their review for the product they have, because those were my best converting ones. So obviously what words you say matters. So what I did is I gave them the template and I put in parentheses. Then I would tell them, all right, this is where you tell them about the product. This is where you add the benefits. And then everything else is kind of plug and play. So that's kind of like a done for you package. That's OTO one. And then the second one is my popular plugin, which I recommend to just about anyone who's doing any type of affiliate marketing, where it allows the person to say yes, yes, yes before opting in. And of course, we have some bonuses so that I'm sure you know by now, anytime you give away bonus.
You there?
Yeah, did you miss the last part of
Every
that?
time you give away bonuses.
Yes. And so anytime you give away bonuses, I'm sure you know by now that helps increase your conversion. So we have a few products in there and multiple niches that they can give away to help increase their conversions. I believe it's in the weight loss, like dieting, muscle building, internet marketing, and we got a relationship seduction one in there.
Cool. James, thank you so much for coming on the show today. This is a method, I want to say again, I know works. I've seen both James and his partner Adam use these methods. It's not something that you guys have seen, oh, video marketing is hot, I'm going to make a product about it. You're actually doing it as well, which is very important for me. Is there anything else, anything we missed, anything you wanted to mention before we wrap it up?
Aside from thanks for having me on here, it's just, if someone's looking to pick this up, I highly recommend it. Like I said, it's proven, it's gotten me a lot of results, but more importantly, it stood the test of time, not only with YouTube doing really well, but the fact that I've gone through, I've learned a lot myself, like I said, doing those spammy videos. So they're going to get a lot of insight, and that's something not a lot of marketers can give, because they might be doing a method for a week or a month. Cool. But when you compare that to doing it for years, it's going to be quite the difference, and I'm sure they'll see that on the inside.
Again, thank you so much for coming on, and best of luck with your launch.
Thanks, Mike.
I hope you enjoyed the interview today with James. If you are interested in picking up Commission Juggernaut, you're going to want to come back tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern on Saturday, April 25th. There's going to be an early bird discount, so make sure you get back at 9 a.m. so you can get the cheapest price, and when you send over your PayPal receipt, I'll send you over my special bonuses. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow.